What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to our channel here at Vagabond Builds. And today we are going to be doing a review on a 2022 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Rubicon and special edition 392, everybody. We're gonna be talking about the exterior, interior, and some specs about this exact Jeep. But before we do, it is not a sponsored video, so if you do like our content, please like our video and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out, everybody. And we are going to promise you guys an MSRP sticker. So we're going to drop that sticker for you guys to see the exact package and the price tag on this exact car. Now, if you do have something for us to film, here's our email below. Email us and we could talk details later. And a special shout out and a thanks to Folsom Lake Jeep Dodge for providing us this car for this review. Now, Folsom Lake is Folsom, California, outside of Sacramento. Guys, come down, shoot over, and see what they got on their lot. Thanks, guys. Let's go ahead and start. All right, so now let's kick off this video with some specs about this beast motor. And this is why you guys are gonna want this Rubicon, everybody, is because this engine. Let's go ahead and pop this hood for you guys. 392 V8, 470 horsepower, 470 foot-pounds of torque. Guys, this is a beast that they put that 392. Oh my gosh, loving this package. 6.4 liter V8 SRT HEMI. Now 8-speed automatic transmission. You're not gonna buy this car for the MPG, but I'm gonna mention it anyways. It is 13 city with a 17 highway and a 14 combined. Anybody who wants to know, the rear axle ratio is 3.73, 3,500 towing capacity, and of course, being a Jeep, comes 4x4, guys. Just get a load of this, breathe this in, because this is why this car is so rare, everybody. Now you got the hybrids coming in and all that good stuff. You have those 6 inline motors, but having this, guys, you guys are a sleeper, meaning you can pull up to somebody that thinks that they're fast and you can be faster. But let's go ahead and drop this hood down and lock it with its beautiful handy dandy hooks, just like that. Got to make sure the hood is closed. And take a look. If anybody wants to know, this green color is called SARGE Green with the black interior. And you're going to have gold lining around, like the gold hooks, the gold lining around the 392, the gold lining around the Rubicon, and the Jeep with the Wrangler Unlimited. But of course, you do have your typical Wrangler look and Rubicon. So remember, from the Sahara over to the Rubicon, you're going to have a specific different look, meaning that the Rubicon is going to be more rugged, more off-road to the touch on the exterior and the interior. Sahara is going to be just a tad bit more luxurious. But of course, you're not going to pay attention to that because you're going to want this Jeep for the motor. Beautiful hood scoop inside this hood for that motor or the engine. Front camera integrated. Look at your bumper, loving it. Fog lights integrated into that same kind of Jeep look. LED lighting all around. Come over to the side. Check these custom wheels out. Super cool beadlock rims. Loving this with that kind of like matte gray and that matte black look, everybody. If anybody wants to know the size of this exact rim, is it a 17-inch rim? You will be seeing different rims on different trim packages, so take that into consideration. Continuing over to the side, trail rated 4x4 stamp, Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. Now remember that gold lighting with the little kind of plastic bezel, giving it some more character. Gorilla Glass front tinted windshield, super cool. Heated side mirror with blind side assist, loving that. 1941 stamped on that matte black, I would say, sticker trim. Very cool with the same Jeep look on the side. Take a look at that. That Sarge Green just looks amazing. I've always been a fan of this green color, kind of from different cars to different manufacturers. You will see something slightly different, but that same idea. Super cool. Feel in that kind of cast iron lid on that fuel cap. Coming over to the back, of course, you got that new upgraded LED lighting. Very cool on that back lighting. Now, back bumper has the bumper sensors integrated into that back bumper. Gold hook here on the bottom left with your lighting for your license plate. On the rim itself, you have your rim here, the fifth wheel, or the accessory wheel, or the backup rim, whatever. You have the camera here, and your little bolt to lock and unlock this back tire, just in case you have a flat or something if you're going off-roading and this pops off. Jeep Performance parts stamped right here on the passenger side, on top of that cast iron cover on that trunk lid or tailgate or whatever. So let's go ahead and pop this. Now remember, everybody, you do have a keyless fob entry on this car, so you can have the key in your pocket or things of that sort, and you can walk up to the door and it'll open. Now let's go ahead and check out what's onto the backside of this Wrangler. And now, of course, it is a brand new car, because here at Folsom Lake Ford, they leave their accessories and parts inside. But I want to show you guys that they put Alpine system speakers, premium sound inside their car. Very cool. You want that? That's the sub here. Now, of course, same look. Nothing much has changed. 12-volt outlet. Got your hooks for your, like, if you want to make it a grocery getter or things of that sort. But I don't see you doing that with this car. I see you just literally using it for off-road sense. Personal space here. Your tire situation going on right under this, of course. Now, look at the tailgate. Trail rail ready. Jeep stamped. Look at this. Very cool sport utility. 392 stamp. Super cool, letting you know clearance and things of that sort. American flag, because we love America. Got to get the American. Now, these seats do pop down, everybody. I want you guys to remember that 60-40 seat. And by the lifting of these levers, they do drop down. Check this out. And they fully drop. You're gonna have to push it a little bit. Drop this one down too, and it fully drops. And you can literally carry a washer, a dryer, maybe a 2x4 or two. I don't know what you want to use this car for, or a tree stump. Maybe you like a tree while you're 4x4ing in the forest. I have no idea what you would put back here, but you do have that space for this Jeep. Loving it. That Jeep gives you that option for those back seats to be dropped down. Now let's go ahead and close this rear glass. Now, this rear glass does come tinted, everybody, so it's kind of like a privacy with a back windshield wiper. Let's go ahead and close this. Very nice and convenient on the close, not too heavy feel. Does come like that assist with that hydraulic system. But we're pretty much done with the exterior and the back of the trunk space. Let's go ahead and talk interior on this beautiful Rubicon 392. So now we're sitting on the interior side of this beautiful 2022 Jeep Rubicon Unlimited. Guys, this is sick. So let's start off with the door panel. Of course, you do have the same Jeep Wrangler look inside. Not much has changed, but just wanted to show you guys some small differences. You got kind of that gold/brown stitching on that black leather. Very cool, that tough plastic. Silver with your control units here for the unlock, lock, and the side mirrors. Now that, remember, I told you those side mirrors do come blind spot assist with heated. Now over to the steering wheel, you have the leather perforated insert leather trim with that same brown gold stitching to match the outside of the car. Your control units for your want to set your cruise control and for your cluster controls here. But let's go ahead and start the car for the sake of the video. Now, you have your manual tachometers and a digital info card in the middle. But when you start this car, it's 392, and look at that. Shows you that it's 392 and a Jeep. And by the control units right here on your left-hand side of the steering wheel, you can go up, down, all around with these arrows. Here, right behind, you are going to use these paddle shifters for the power and the quickness and the speed that this Jeep has. So you're going to be putting it in and dropping those paddle shifters and using this car. Control units here for your windshield wipers and your signal lighting. On the left-hand side of this manual controlled steering column, you have your lighting knob and your lighting wheels for the dimmable lighting inside or on this dashboard. Coming over to the 8.4-inch infotainment touchscreen. Let's go ahead and turn that on. And check that out. Sensitive to the touch, very responsive. Just like that. Super cool. Now let's go ahead and turn the music down so you guys can hear me. But of course, 103.5 country music here in Folsom, California. You have your vents on those little kind of circular round shapes. That nice kind of gray gloss look going across the dashboard. That brown gold stitching up top with some personal space. here. Now, everybody remember the Alpine speakers you have in this car. Premium sound, Ocean's handle on the left and on the right. Up top, you have 3 covers for the top, and you can remove these covers just by sliding this handle and dropping this and this handle and this handle. So 4 things you got to undo to lift this, and you can make it into like a legit T-top. Everybody, check this out. Super cool. But we're gonna drop that down. Let's go ahead and drop that down and lock it back into place for the sake of the video. We don't want to lose, remember, you don't want to lose this top. Let's go ahead and close that and that. Now, I don't want to mention a sunroof or a moonroof because duh, it doesn't have one, but Wrangler stamped right here in front of the passenger seating with your straight to the point, of course, glove compartment. Now, take a look at the mats. Jeep with that kind of dinosaur or Jurassic Park feel on these mats. Super cool mats that you find. Seats, very cool, luxurious feel. Not sporty, but more kind of for that American comfort feel. Rubicon embroidered a 392 in that brown gold stitching on that backrest. Of course, manual control by the lifting of that belt, everybody, and you can control up. Let's go ahead and show you guys back and forth for that seating. Now, guys, down here, of course, controls for your heated seating and your temperature controls. Control unit for your windows, media, USB-A, USB-C, and aux plug-in. 12-volt outlet for a cigarette lighter or plugging in another charger. Of course, front and rear only brake, lockers, system right here, off-road plus sway bar buttons, and your aux if you're hooking up like LED bars and things of that sort. Shift knob, 4x4 knob right here. Manual e-brake, loving that because a lot of manufacturers are going to the button, but I kind of like that aesthetic feel of that manual. And cup holders, big and wide, deep. USB-A plug-in right here in this cubby room, and some more cubby room for your personal belongings, but it's a 2-level center console, so you can put your wallet in here and bigger things in here. Now, guys, we're pretty much done with the front side of this interior. Let's go ahead and head over and talk about the second row. Now, coming over to the second row, remember we dropped these seats when we were talking about it in that back. So let's go ahead and pop these back up. And of course, let's talk about the armrest now that it's down and you have those big cup holders. Loving the fact that Jeep kept those huge cup holders over from the front over to the back, because a lot of manufacturers will simplify their cup holders and make them super tiny in the back, but not Jeep. Loving it. That's super cool. Let's go ahead and pick this back up. Let's sit inside the car. Now, coming inside the car, back row seating, we do have space. A lot of head clearance. I'm about 6 feet 2 inches. Leg clearance, it's clear. I had a room in the front and in the back. Now, remember, Rubicon is more off-road, so you're going to get these back of the seats in that kind of like strappy look with the personal pocket room. USB-A, USB-C plugins, dual with your control unit for your side windows, and an inverter, 115-volt inverter. Super cool. A little bit of pocket space. Let's close the door. Same look from the front over to the back. That black leather with that gold brown stitching, and some more pocket room on the door. Up top, everybody, you have your speakers. When you're drop top heading down the highway or things, you're going to be hearing these because you're right in front of your face. True lighting, loving the true lighting that we see, because if you do find yourself on driving this car on a dark night or things, you're not fishing around at that soft yellow lighting. Loving the fact that a lot of manufacturers are putting that nice lighting inside these cars in general. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Now, guys, remember I told you those 2 top front pieces come off? This piece comes off too, but for the sake of the video, we're not going to do that. Just letting you guys know as viewers. And guys, as promised, we're going to drop that MSRP sticker, letting you guys know the full package, the tech, and what comes on this exact car with the price tag. So guys, shoot over to Folsom Lake, Jeep and Dodge, and you guys can check out the inventory. Thanks for watching Vagabond Builds. Stay tuned. We got cool things coming.